Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? Relaxing as per usual, late night episode recording. Not because of D&D. D&D is on hiatus for this week and next week. Yeah, I did title today's episode. I did. I will need to title some of this other stuff as well. Didn't really have much of a chance to record stuff today. I might record an extra episode, an episode of Happier in Paradise. Oh, I didn't put my earrings in. Now you might be like, why are you doing this in the middle of an Animal Crossing episode? And if so, you might be new around here because I do this all the time. But good evening everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 10:05 PM on Wednesday, February 26, 2025. Well, normally actually I paint my nails in the middle of Animal Crossing episodes. I don't know, it's just like a sort of bit of efficiency. I mean, let's be real, Animal Crossing is we're just here to chat, we're just here to vibe, just here to have a good time. So I don't see why I couldn't put my earrings in at the same time. But yeah, I will say, update on my possible gold allergy. Like, the rash hasn't, like, come back, like, it's basically healing from before, which is pretty good, I would say. Again, might not be gold, might have just been that particular earring, because I don't know if it's actually genuinely gold or not, but who knows. Anyway, I haven't done this without a mirror before. It's a very interesting thing, trying to do stuff involving your face and head without a mirror. But the problem is my mirror is all the way over there. By all the way over there, I mean it's like 1.5 meters away from me. And it's also really high up on a shelf because I normally stand up to do my makeup. Oh, there we go. Found my earring hole. And that makes it a lot more convenient, but I've not done it while playing Animal Crossing. And I don't know if you've ever tried, like, doing stuff like makeup. I mean, I know not everyone uses makeup, so that's probably not the best comparison, but trying to do makeup without a mirror. I feel like I've done it before. No, that can't be true. Like, I was trying to think, like, the only time that would make sense for me to do, even try doing some makeup without a mirror, be like I had to not have a mirror. But even then, like, my eyeshadow palette has like a little mirror on the roof, the lid of a box, and that's what I often use secretly to do my eyebrows as well. It just comes out a bit lighter than using a pencil, to be honest. But anyway, but like even when I went camping and I did my makeup, I used that little mirror on the eyeshadow palette. Part of me sort of also like maybe I should get myself like a little compact mirror to put in my handbag or something, but I mean most of the times you can just kind of use your phone. I will say it feels a bit weird using your phone compared to using a mirror. I guess it's probably because your phone probably has like an imperceptibly, well not imperceptibly, but very very tiny small delay between you moving and doing an action. But mirrors tend not to, because it's, well, I mean, technically it's got the delay of whatever it takes the speed of light to travel between, your mirror and your face, but, you know, so does your phone technically as well, so it's more like the phone has it added onto that. I can't tell you why using a selfie camera as a mirror just feels so weird. I think it must be because of that delay. Like, I'm looking for my phone right now, I move it to the left, but it's like 0.1 seconds delay before I see the viewfinder move to the left as well. And maybe that's why. Maybe it's not 0, maybe it's like 0.2 seconds or something. And that little delay makes all the difference when it actually comes to trying to do something, trying to fiddle. I'll say fiddle with your face, but that sounds like weird. I think not really the connotation that I wanted to pass across to you. But yeah, have I ever used I'll be 100% honest, more likely to use the phone like screen, you know, the black mirror, I suppose technically, rather than the actual camera mirror, because that just feels a bit more convenient. I don't know. Yeah, I mean you can't see things as well, but I guess it's more in real time. I remember, like, I never had a flip phone or a brick phone. I kind of like went immediately to smartphones when I started having a mobile phone. But I remember my sister's like flip phone had a thing where like the screen doubled up as a mirror when the phone was off. Like you could turn the screen off and it would be like straight up a silver reflective surface of which you can use to, you know, well, do whatever you wanted with. Whatever mirror stuff you would usually do. And I always thought that was like pretty neat. Obviously I think it's a level of impracticality more so than anything, because I mean flip phone screens were tiny. It'd be like if you took half your finger. I was gonna say 2 halves of your finger, but what I mean is like 2 dash half fingers, or 2 space half dash fingers in size, probably even smaller. Probably like a quarter of the size of my smartphone right now, which is very, very tiny for you to, you know, get any sort of gauge of what you're looking at in. So I'm not surprised. But again, pocket mirrors are also very tiny as well. Like pocket mirrors are like meant to fit in the size of your palm, meant to fit in the palm of your hand. So I guess that's also not, well, theoretically not the craziest thing in the world to use your tiny flip phone as a mirror. But yeah, I mean, most of the time that I try and use my phone as mirrors just to like check, like, is my hair like completely messed up or something, etc, etc. Did I smudge, I don't know, a bit of my makeup? Even then, most of the time it's not really much you can, I mean, you can fix your hair at least. It's a lot easier to do that compared to like fixing eyeliner if you're out and about. I don't bring all my makeup with me. The only thing I tend to bring with me tends to be hand cream and chapstick. Speaking of chapstick, put some on right now. I really should have got more of this chapstick when it was on sale. It's what is it, Burt's Bees ones. Because this one has a taste of honey, or miel, if you're French, I think. But I bought one which is honey and one which is pomegranate. But, you know, I should have just bought 2 honey ones, because the honey is like my favourite flavour, so... well, is my favourite flavour? I'm not sure, but it's definitely up there. At the very least, but anyway, yeah, I don't know, mirrors are kind of cool. That sounds like a weird thing to say, but the concept of them. Yeah, well, there was that meme a while back of like, you know, how does a mirror know? That's when it was in like public consciousness on the internet again. If you haven't seen it, it's basically like you put a piece of paper up to the mirror and then you hold like an apple behind it, and then if you put your head basically leaning against the mirror to the side and look at the apple, you'll see the apple is reflected in the mirror. And by immediate thought, especially in this day and age of like video cameras and recording and things like that, it doesn't make sense, because the piece of paper should be blocking the mirror's quote-quote sight of the apple. So theoretically nothing should be reflected there. But that's not how mirrors work, because mirrors work based on reflection, not on like capturing immediately what's in front of you. I guess technically you could argue cameras also work on reflection, because they reflect off like lenses into, well, I guess that's how the viewfinder works technically. But I mean, if you want to see the breakdown on why that works is because you see things by light bouncing off of things into your eye. That's how you can process it there. And the mirror just sort of facilitates that. If you imagine drawing a line directly from your eye to the apple, and then from your eye to the reflection of the apple, you can see that it won't intersect with paper in any way, which sounds counterintuitive, but also I think most people have a sort of general idea of like that's how mirrors kind of work. Like if you know how a bouncing ball works, if you bounce it like at a sheer angle to a flat surface, it'll mimic that sheer angle off the other direction. That's just kind of like light. I'm not a physicist, by the way, so don't, you know, scrutinize me too much if it's not specifically exactly the correct model of how things should be said / done. But also at the same time, you know, school subjects lie to you, I suppose, all the time until you start learning them at a deeper level, right? And that's what they say. So I remember there was this very strange concept of like, if you wanted to become a lawyer, you should not take law at A level, you should wait to do it at GCSE or something, because they end up just like lying to you so much. Not lying, but they basically will be like, oh yeah, all of that stuff you knew was wrong, relearn it. Does that make sense? Maybe not. I'm not sure, not entirely sure if it even makes sense to me, to be honest. Anywho, yeah, what are we going to talk about? Mirrors, compact mirror. I feel like the age of compact mirror is kind of gone, though, isn't it? I'm not sure the last time I've seen someone really use one. I feel like half the time, myself included, like if I were to try and do makeup on go, I would just go to the bathroom, right? And be like, oh yeah, let's use a mirror in bed. It's a lot more convenient, generally better lit. I've never been in such a extreme situation's a bit much. Never been in a situation where it's like I have to put my makeup on now, but I don't have, you know, access to an actual proper mirror or anything. So I have to make do with this tiny compact mirror. Not yet been in that situation. For better or for worse, I'm honestly not really sure. But yeah. I'm sure you can get some cool designs though for compact mirrors. Or you can just get some very basic ones. I feel like though it's a real sort of aesthetic mood though to use a compact mirror. You know, very high sort of femme energy to have it out, like do eyeliner, then snap it shut, and then say like an absolute zinger of a line. You get me? Living sort of like a mean girl dream or whatever. Mean girl of a high school stereotype at least, or maybe a popular. But there's such strange like names of these high school tropes, eh? I don't know, I'm trying to find a Wikipedia article because I was going to be like, let's learn some interesting things about compact mirrors. As it goes. A compact, also known as a powder box. But that's not a powder... Oh yes, because technically it would have a mirror and it would have like the setting powder, I suppose, on the underside. It's not usually a mirror on both sides. Although actually, I think my mother did have one which was a mirror on both sides growing up. One was just like a normal mirror, one was like a zoom magnified mirror. And I remember I used to have a lot of fun sort of like slowly closing it and seeing the infinite sort of like reflections back and forth between the mirrors and the infinite eyes I had as I sort of slowly closed it. You know, that sort of that vibe you get, which I associate very strongly with like changing rooms and swimming pools or whatever, where you have like a mirror and a mirror on the other side, directly opposite, like an infinity mirror. I don't know why I have an association with it with swimming pools for some reason. That doesn't really make sense, but whatever. Anyway, a flapjack, it's also called. That's interesting. Flapjack is known as like an oatmeal bar confectionery item, I would say, in the UK. Yeah, a gauze sifter. I don't know what a gauze sifter is. I guess that's to get rid of excess powder on your puff. Powder puff. Powder puff. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. What is a gauze sifter? Gauze sister. No, gauze sifter. It's just a sieve with a thing. If you want some really vintage one. Yeah, I don't know. It does have a very sort of vintage vibe. Like, I would have said 1920s. Apparently it comes from early 1900s. It's even earlier than I thought. It just feels very roaring 20s. Decline. Popularity diminished as cosmetic injury created plastic containers. They were designed to be discarded once powder ran out. Oh, I see, rather than continuously refilling the compact mirror. Changing makeup trends from natural rather than pale and powdered complexions. Oh yeah, for the desire for natural complexions rather than pale or powdered ones in the 1950s. Also contributed to the declining popularity. But, I mean, people nowadays, I feel like I see them much more on eyeshadow palettes, more than setting powder. So really, they've just kind of shifted to a different category of makeup. For some reason, I thought a powder box was like a cigarette or tobacco box or something from the 1900s. I know, isn't that like a snuff box or something? I don't remember. Mini Audieres. A woman's fashion accessory generally considered a jewelry piece intended to substitute for an evening bag. Oh, it's like a tiny pouch. Small space such as makeup, compact, lipstick, watch, reading glasses or keys. Okay, wait, it's a lot bigger than I thought. Etui? Toilet service? What? Holds like sewing equipment. Okay. What is going on? On a decorative box. Toilet service is a set of objects where you set a dressing table. What? A vanity set? Oh, okay. I've literally never heard of this term before. How much of a historian am I suppose? Why do we call it a toilet? Comes from French toile, meaning cloth. A toilette? Oh, it's toilette. Toilet. Set. That makes more sense. Here I was imposing my own English reading on it when it was French this entire time. Carry doctor's lancet, scalpels, what? I feel like I'm learning so much random stuff. Fabergé eggs, of course. Apparently here as well. Okay, well, we're getting a little bit off topic here. Yeah, I feel like compact mirrors just sort of shifted to a different makeup product rather than setting, well, face powder, I suppose. But that's true. A powder complexion, very. If you did like a heavy powder complexion, that would be very, very vintage, wouldn't it? Because when it goes to like a natural complexion, quote, it's like natural. Obviously not completely natural because you're still putting makeup on, but anyway, compacts. Didn't realise you just call them compacts. I thought they were compact mirrors, but maybe not. What do I know? Anyway, if you have been watching, I'm going to round this episode off here. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.